I hope she takes you to small claims court. You genuinely deserve to be I want to say federal prison. I can't even believe it.
Is it just me, or do overpriced salons always seem to find a way to make the most underwhelming, disappointing haircut seem like a life-changing act of charity blessed upon you by the goddess of beauty, Venus herself? You know, those celebrity brands that promise to put you in touch with the one and only gatekeeper of secrets who will finally unlock your true, full hair potential for the right price, of course.
But it was a little bit disappointing to pay the price that I did for the service. I think she might have touched my hair for 60 seconds. I'm being so genuinely honest with you.
Whether it's a 5-month wait list, a gaggle of influencers convincing you to book, or the list of mystery charges longer than a CVS receipt that make going into debt feel luxurious, there's always another grift waiting just around the corner to make sure you know just how lucky you are to be in their presence.
I look like shit and I really don't give a f, but y'all are starting to piss me off because yes, I got my hair done by Chrissy. Yes, I got my hair done by Chrissy.
But what happens when, after all is said and done, the celebrity stylist was nowhere to be found, and the influencers who you trusted online turned out to be slinging lies more deep-fried than their split ends?
I just woke up and I've been meaning to do this honest to God for days, okay? I want to talk about hair by Chrissy, and I want to do it while I'm taking a
Could you find the courage to publicly expose a so-called VIP experience backed by hundreds of thousands of followers as the marketing scheme it is? Or would you let it sink deep down below the surface of the cesspool?
Y'all saw me trying to stop the beef. You guys saw me being nice, genuine, kind. I'm no more Miss Kind anymore, okay?
So picture this. You're standing in your bathroom staring into the mirror, spending hours twisting, brushing, and blow drying your hair to recreate what Pinterest tells you is the ideal woman aesthetic, hair and all. After what feels like forever, the comparison spiral kicks in, and you can't shake the feeling that the secret to your perfect look is always just out of reach. You set the blow dryer and the flat iron down, pick up your phone, and scroll TikTok looking for answers, when suddenly a video pops up from the inside of a bougie salon. The before and after transformations are beaming with the hair confidence you've been dreaming of. A little digging reveals that half your favorite influencers go there, and even better, it's only an hour away. So over the next few months, you save every spare dollar, determined to afford the price tag that promises to unlock your full, glorious mane potential. Now finally, the big day arrives. You've taken the day off work, found the perfect inspo pic, and you're convinced this is the moment you'll finally become the dreamy girl on your screen instead of the frustrated one in the mirror. You walk into the salon buzzing with excitement, taking in the heated fragrance of bleach, the orchestra of stylists, and the beauty queens perched on their spinning thrones. Then it's your turn to be glamified. The celebrity stylist you idolizes walks over, but something feels off. She barely makes eye contact, running her fingers through your hair like you're a mannequin, and immediately tells her assistants what to do with you. Now you're confused, right, by how quickly decisions are being made on your behalf, but you're not the expert, so you stay silent. The gaggle of girls surrounding you convinces you to spend more money on extensions because it's the only way to achieve your goals, and you agree since you're already in the hot seat.
The serum, the shampoo, the conditioner, the detangler. I had no idea that I bought that.
A silent swarm of hands tugs and pulls at you while you watch the celebrity stylist across the room prioritize the influencers under a ring light. Before you know it, the dream salon day has spiraled into a nightmare. After a few excruciating hours of trusting the process, your chair spins towards the mirror and you freeze. Instead of the sleek, sultry style from your inspo photo, you're staring at a giant, unrecognizable mane now attached to your scalp. The head stylist struts over for a final check-in, glowing with pride over work she didn't actually do. She snaps photos of you, shoves a pile of products into a bag, and gestures you towards the register. Your chest tightens, choked up by anxiety and disappointment, holding back a stream of tears when the cashier smiles wide and says, "That'll be $4,000. What the hell just happened? Oh, hi, hello, it's Swoop, and welcome to the dark waters of the Suspool, the place where everything and everyone is sus. Maybe even us. Come on in, the water's fine. Welcome back, Suspirians. Grab your clippers, spray bottles, and extensions made from questionable sources, because today we're taking a trip into the salon from hell, and things are about to get a little crispy. if you're new here, welcome to my second channel. On my main channel, Swoop, I do full-length deep dives, and over here, we skinny dip into the dark waters of the Suspool, where everything is unhinged. So welcome to the chaos, and also happy holidays, happy New Year. This is like my last upload for the year, and then we're gonna start 2026 off, and I cannot wait to start off 2026. Okay, we are leaving literally, figuratively, metaphorically, mentally, emotionally, and all of the things. We are leaving 2025 in the past. Okay, listen, we parted ways. We had a conscious uncoupling, if you will. We are ending. Now, I don't know if it's on good terms, but it's over. Okay, we're starting something new, and I'm very excited about it. Leave all of your New Year's resolutions in the comments. I can't wait to hear. So with that, if you're into mind-bending, dark, and twisted tales, subscribe to this channel, bring a towel, tell your friends, and go ahead and invite the like button to that big New Year's party. But instead of a party, it's a trap where you smash as many cakes and bad intentions simultaneously in her face as possible, because it's been a very long year.
Julian. I don't know where I felt like I get a little drink around here, do you, bud?
Also, thank you to everyone who has been hyping my videos here. I love seeing your like YouTube, like, what do they call it? It's like Wrapped, but it's like another thing. And the final reminder of the year, about 30% of you who regularly watch these videos week after week aren't actually yet subscribed. You might even think that you are. I get a lot of comments saying, oh, I thought I was subscribed. I didn't realize I wasn't. So do check that, hit subscribe, all of that. And the more we grow, the more stories we can cover. You can also join our Patreon community for exclusive access to 4 more videos per month. That's 4 more exclusive, uncensored, unfiltered videos per month, plus the entire back catalog of videos only available on Patreon. There's tons there, including the podcast, extended episodes, all that stuff I just can't post here. Okay, so spirits, real quick before we dip in, can we talk about how staying consistent with our wellness goals feels like an Olympic sport lately? One of my goals is to make intentional food choices. I want meals that support my routine, my energy, and my goals, but the planning, the cooking, and the cleanup part, honey, that's where I get stuck, which is why I love Factor and why I'm so grateful they're sponsoring today's video. It's never too early or too late to start your wellness journey, and Factor has genuinely helped me stay consistent with real, nourishing meals without adding more stress to my plate, literally. Factor delivers fresh, never frozen, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals straight to your door that are ready to eat in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Honey, I can't even think about getting to my emails that fast. Factor has expanded their menu. They have 100+ rotating weekly options, including meals, breakfasts, salads, and shakes, so it never feels repetitive or boring. You can choose from plans like high protein, calorie smart, and so many more. And this isn't that sad wellness food. This is flavor first, satisfying meals, and they are delicious. Seriously, I've had dozens and dozens and dozens of their meals, and every one has been incredible. Like, I just had the most delicious cowboy butter chicken and sweet potatoes with cauliflower and peach crumble one night, and a pot roast shredded beef and mash with pearl onions, rosemary, carrots, and broccoli the next. And oh my gosh, honey, they were so amazing. Again, I don't know how they do it, but every meal is just mouth-watering and delicious. They've also doubled their seafood options and their protein meals, which has been a huge win for me. Most meals deliver 30 grams or more of protein, with some going even higher, which really helps support like muscle repair and recovery. And the quality, absolutely incredible. Factor meals are made without refined seed oils, refined sugars, artificial colors, or sweeteners, and they focus on clean, high-quality ingredients. Factor has honestly helped me build consistency around eating well, even when life is chaotic. No prep, no cleanup, just heat, eat, and enjoy in 2 minutes and move on with my day, knowing that I'm taking care of myself on my wellness journey. So if you're ready to make balanced eating easier and more sustainable, head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code SWOOP2FB50. That's SWOOPTOOFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code SWOOP2FB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year, and treat yourself, honey. You deserve it. Okay, strap on that swimsuit, grab your nose plugs, and let's dip in to the Suspool.
Everyone's kind of grabbing your hair everywhere. There's like 10 people around you, and Chrissy's nowhere to be found.
We actually are required to make a 50% deposit of the service before even stepping foot into the salon.
Edible.
Okay, dear Suspirians, it's time for your appointment with the subject of today's hairy Suspool. Chrissy Rasmussen, the co-owner and head stylist at Habit Salon, an upscale beauty parlor chain with locations in Arizona and California.
And so most of the time when people put extensions in, they put them so far back that it just emphasizes the mulletness. So this like fills in your sides.
It's a pretty basic, like one of those overpriced salons where an army of Chrissy clones cut, color, tone, install, and whatever hell else she tells them to do.
They're just toning as well, making sure everything's perfect. Say hello, Pages and McKinley.
She's known online by her screen name Hair by Chrissy, or as some have ironically, not ironically, named her Hair by Chrispy, because she allegedly leaves those dead ends fried, dyed, and laid to the side like a bucket of chicken, and has recently come under fire for her sharp, burnt attitude.
And I just don't want to make people like cry or feel bad or get stressed, because I hate feeling like that.
Now, Chrispy, I mean Chrissy, originally rose to infamy during the P word, we call it that, the pandy, okay? The C19, the 2020, remember all, yeah, all of that. She kind of rose during that time because of her viral hair transformation videos that show off her salon's work. Now, her most popular video to this day that I've been able to find is this cut and color from July 2020 with 16.7 million views. Okay, this is what the people are watching, these hair things. Okay, that girl's hair actually turned out amazing. We love a touch of Suspool purple. Go off, queen. But also at the same time when I'm watching, like, don't you just love the way they aggressively lather the dye on like they're playing tug of war on her scalp? Habit is Chrissy's salon, but did she do all the work herself? No, she didn't. So the question has become, why is she posting on an account called Hair by Chrissy? It's been a little misleading in some people's opinions. Now, Hair by Chrissy's account has grown massively over the past 5 years, currently sitting at 3.5 million followers, which is no surprise considering the majority of her clients are TikTok influencers who film their process in exchange for free appointments like it's a 2015 YouTuber collab challenge. Now, I don't even actually know if all of the influencers disclose that they are getting free hair salon stuff in exchange for the content. They're supposed to do that.
Guess when I thought I could palm it. You better drop to your knees and bark like you want.
The level of unprofessionalism.
Anyways, so Chrissy is even considered a celebrity hairstylist in some circles for working with some of the internet's, fave it girls. Quote, including the likes of influencers like Dixie D'Amelio, Allison Kutch, and Bachelor Nation's Madison Pruitt, and Next Gen's NYC's Ariana Bierman. I don't know why that whole sentence was so hard for me to say out loud. My tongue hated every moment of it. I just couldn't get the consonants and the syllables and the vowels all together. It's just a mess. To fit it, listen, it's the last video of the year. I'm in a mood, okay? Here we are. All of the public hype around Chrissy's sheer talent. Get it? Sheer? Sheer? Okay. I told you I'm in a mood. All of everything around her sheer talent, okay, brought in more and more customers over the years. Like the regular paying type of customers. And more recently, you may have heard about this, Chrissy cannonballed into the Suspool like a pair of rusty clippers thrown in a jar of barbicide after one client left an honest review on TikTok that opened the floodgates of the Suspool. On November 12th, 2025, a non-influencer girly, I say non at the time, oh, she's one now. At the time, a non-influencer girly who's basically was such an unknown that her screen name is literally not famous 808, posted a review of her experience at Habit Salon that reached 28 million viewers in 1 week, captioned, and I quote, honest review of Hair by Chrissy, #fail. Okay, so Hair by Chrissy, Habit Salon review by someone who's not famous.
First, get your hair done. It's a little bit overwhelming because everyone's kind of grabbing your hair everywhere. There's like 10 people around you, and Chrissy's nowhere to be found.
That's just like unhinged to me, by the way. Like the times that I've been to a salon in the past, it's been one stylist. And like I went to, a couple of years ago, I went to this stylist who is known, has like a great reputation for working with natural hair. I can't imagine having 10 different people, like all, you're talking about, what do you mean 20 pairs of hands are all up in your scalp right now? Listen, that's for after hours, okay? That's not what I want going on in my hair, okay? That's when I'm at the club, okay? I don't even want it then, don't touch my hair. It's just a recipe for disaster, sounds like.
I don't know. Obviously, she has a lot of followers and a lot of people are coming to get their hair done by her, but it was a little bit disappointing to like pay the price that I did for the service. I think she might have touched my hair for 60 seconds.
Can you imagine you seek out the celebrity hairstylist that you want? You're like, I'm gonna get this hair, I'm gonna look good. And she, her hair is beautiful. And just, you think that you're going to actually be touched by the stylist. I imagine she was probably in the salon for several good hours. And what do you mean she's only like, actually has her hands in your hair for 60 seconds. That's just unbelievable. If that was my experience with the stylist that I went to see, which absolutely was not, I think she's incredible. I went to this place, it's Curls 1-on-1 by Donatella. She did an incredible job on my hair. It was her hands in my hair. I can't fathom going there because I specifically sought her out. I cannot imagine showing up there and then her not being the one to do my hair. I would have like literally been like, absolutely not. I can't do it. If you can't do it, then I can't do it as a customer. You know what I mean?
I'm being so genuinely honest with you. And here's the receipt.
So here's the receipt. So my gosh, look at this. You see at the top here, it says Chrissy service. Damn near, we'll call it $3,000. She charged $3,000 to do 60 seconds worth of hair. That is unreal. Like, I'm just kind of like, if you're gonna do like the entertainment biz game where like it's your name is in the title, but it's actually your assistants who do all the work. That's very common for choreographers. It's common for some makeup artists. It can be common for stylists, wardrobe stylists, whatever. Don't put your name at the top and say that you're doing a service. Just say, list out the treatments and things that were done and call it a day. That's unhinged to me. $3,000 for that. Then we've got coconut cream color, $570, whipped cream, $456, 7 seconds detangling. Oh, that's funny to me. 7 seconds detangling. Not in this hair, absolutely not. Can you imagine? It would be my dream if I could detangle my hair in 7 seconds. That's it. That should be one of my next titles. How they ended their hair salon in 7 seconds with a detangler. We've also got repair restorative shampoo, $32, another treatment, $44. Literally everything else is the most benign pricing, and then it's Chrissy service, $3,000. If she gave a $50 tip, which, would y'all tip? Let me know if you would have tipped.
So that is just the price of Chrissy touching your hair. And when I tell you she touched my hair for 60 seconds, I'm restating this because I don't think it's talked about enough. When you're not famous and you go to Chrissy, she doesn't actually spend time on your hair. You'll walk in, she touches your hair, asks you what you want, then she tells everyone what to do on your hair. But the problem is when you have 10 people pulling your hair every way and like dyeing your hair, they're all kind of on different pages.
That's what I was afraid of. It's like, how could they possibly be on the same page? Yes, they can do communicating during, but like literally if one person is coloring and like, let's say they're doing like a ombre or something and they're starting the color lower, like what if they're starting the color like more up here and the other person is like down here? Then you have a fuck. Like, I don't see how that works. And it also is treating your clients like cattle. Herd the cattle in, poke and prod them and brand them, stamp them, and herd them out so you can get the next paying clients in while you're over here giggling and gaggling with the influencers who I guess are getting potentially special treatment.
So I'm gonna show you my inspo pic.
Okay, so here's the inspo pic. That's beautiful. It's like a very, what do they call it? Like a kind of a dusty shaded shadow. Is that a shadow root? I'm not the one.
I definitely don't think it met my expectations. I didn't really notice a difference in the color from before. Like my roots are pretty still dark. I did ask for a shadow root like the photo, but I don't know. It just didn't meet my expectations how I was expecting it to with the price that
that's the other thing is like when you're charging an outrageous price, for 60 seconds of your time. Of your time and your work, the client is going to get even more, oftentimes is going to get more scrutinizing over the quality of the work that they're leaving with. When you're charging that much, they better see the results looking real spot on. Now, people can debate if they think that her hair wound up looking similar to that or not. I'm not an expert. I can see what she's talking about, but she's not happy with it. And why would she be after that experience?
Paid, but again, you're never 100% gonna be happy and it's never gonna 100% be perfect. So it's how you really lay it out in this situation, I guess.
Very mature way to look at it.
I feel like I'm just more upset about the fact that I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get my hair done by Chrissy, and it wasn't even Chrissy who did my hair.
That would be a huge disappointment. Again, if you're specifically seeking out a hairstylist, hair is very personal, right? It is very personal for a lot of us. It very much is for me. And you're putting your hair in the hands of somebody and you're trusting them, except her hands only touched you for 60 seconds and then there's 10 other pair of 20 hands all up in your hair. You don't know any of these people. You don't know how long they've been on the job. You don't know what experience they have. Are they licensed? You don't know any of that.
Overwhelming. And when I tell you there's so many famous people in there, there was 3 girls filming a TikTok, and then there was other people getting the makeup done. When I was trying to leave, there was literally a girl filming a TikTok in front of the door, and I couldn't even get out for 2 minutes because she was just filming a TikTok.
I think that is so obnoxious. That's where the influencers out in the wild, that's just influencers being obnoxious and what do you mean they're blocking the paying client's exit point? I feel like if you want to have a content house, a hair content house, have your hair content house. There's nothing against the law. There's nothing inherently wrong doing that. But I think it should be separate from your paying clients who are they want to come there. They want to make sure, they want to feel like you're spending the time with them. They don't want 20 hands in their hair, and they want to be able to get out of the building when they're done. You know what I mean? They want to be able to exit.
So I feel like it was very just TikTok land and very I don't know. It's so cute. I think it's so cute, but it definitely wasn't my cup of tea because I just felt overwhelmed and there was a lot going on and there was 20 people grabbing my hair. They curled my hair in a minute because everyone had a curler.
That's insane. What do you mean your hair was curled in a minute? Because no, this is giving frantic hair show. There's hair shows and hair events where, they're on stage and there's hair models and they're doing all these wild hair designs in front of an audience. It's kind of it'll happen during, fashion week and runway season and all of that. And it's giving that, or it's giving reality competition where who's the guy who does the idiot sandwich who's always yelling at people? If you imagine him, you know what I'm talking about. Imagine him and then Tyra Banks and then both of them yelling at you and while 20 people are doing your hair. That sounds insane.
10 girls around me having a curler, just pulling your hair. Overall, I really love my hair and I just wanted to be honest with you guys because I've never seen someone do a video like this.
Well, that's nice that she loves her hair. She didn't get what she wanted, but she loves it. That's a bonus I wasn't expecting.
It's definitely a very hot topic right now about hair by Chrissy. I've been seeing it all over my page. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my honest opinion and bye guys.
Oh, she's got the whole influencer thing down. She has studied, she was prepared for the test, and she passed with flying colors and new colors as well. Now, viewers were gagged by this peek behind the influencer curtain, not only because of the seemingly outrageous $3,000 Chrissy service fee, which is giving more meet and greet than cut and color, but also because this young woman ultimately paid $4,000 for a haircut. I can't even. This is not a world that I am familiar with, okay? Let's just, I've been to a salon a couple of times in my life. Literally, a couple of times in my life. Now, this comment kind of sums up a lot for me. Quote, 4K, meaning 4,000, in this economy? You've got to be kidding me. And exactly in this economy, in this economy, in that economy over there, and in that economy down the street. In no economy, across the street, across the bridge, literally in zero economies, can I imagine a $4,000 haircut?
Oh my God!
But also, that's not shade, okay? I'm not trying to do this to shade. If you want to spend that, if you got the money, you could do it responsibly, it's not going to put you out, then sure. It's hard to imagine. Maybe one day. But TV news anchor Brooke Thomas brought up a good point that regardless of the scandalous price tag, according to some people that's a very cheap price. So, perspective, right? But regardless, Not Famous 808 was misled.
People in the comments saying, generally speaking, when you go to a celebrity hair salon, you should know that the celebrity stylist is not going to be doing your hair. And I just utterly disagree, because you pick the stylist you want to do your hair when you make your appointment. So if I have saved up my money, I'm talking thousands of dollars to get my hair done, and I have specifically made an appointment with a specific person, that's who I want doing my hair, and that's who I 100,000% assume will be doing my hair. I'm not talking about like take down and wash, but actually doing the service, I expect it to be them, because I'm paying a higher rate for them. I don't just want the association to your salon or to be able to say I went there. What? Why would I pay extra for that? That's nuts.
And just like a real quick sidebar, a lot of Black women online were just shocked, like me, not all, but many that I saw, were shocked. I was shocked that a $4,000 extension install is even a thing in the fair-toned straight hair community. And we are learning things together, people.
White women, I hope y'all know, nobody in the Black community is paying $4,000 for an install. I don't care if I got my hair dyed clear and I wanted a 40-inch bust down install with K-tips at the top. I'm not paying $4,000.
As the internet exploded with confusion over what was going on, Not Famous 808 shared more receipts about Chrissy's alleged scam, alleging that she was pressured into purchasing brand new extensions.
And here's the text that I have between the girl.
Okay, so we've got actual receipts here. So this is to Habit Salon. And she sticky pinned the comment on the TikTok that says, "No, babe, why would you pay that? Did you know it would be that much beforehand? How do you even have that much? Like, how do you have that much money, I guess?" Which, listen, it's probably none of your business, respectfully. So she... In the screenshot where you can see behind it, it says, "Here's my inspiration pic." And then it's kind of blocked where it says something about the roots. And then it says, "Or do you want bright and keep natural root?" So then she responds, "Something maybe that can be manageable, but still bright." So it sounds like she wants very bright, that bright kind of whitish blonde and shadow roots, but like lighter. So I think definitely lighter than what she got. And they responded and said, "Yes, great. Extensions and color around $3,500 to $4,500. So she's quoted a price. So that is good, right? That she knew the price going in and wasn't surprised by it, as we will hear from some people later that they were. So she says, Not Famous 808 replies, "I already have extensions though, and I'm able to just move these up. Or is that included?" So you take the extensions and I guess you move them up. Y'all, literally, I've never had extensions a day in my life. So I don't know how any of that works, but that's what I hear. Sometimes you could take them and you just move them up. Like when the hair grows, you can like move them up. And so they reply, "Sure, as long as they are the right color, because you can't color them. Move ups around $950. Sounds like a lot of money to take a handful of extensions and move them on up. Move them up, okay? And then color is around $895. That's how, is this what people are paying to get their hair done? And how long do these last? How long does your moved on up extensions last? That is, good on you. So she responds, "Okay, when is your next available appointment?" They say October 22nd. So there's the screenshots right there. She was given the price in advance, but this move on up situation is wild to me.
So I brought these brand new ones and she opened them up. She was just like, no, these are not good. Like this is too yellow. And mind you, like, they literally look the same. They literally look the same. Like, they look even brighter and more like my inspo pic. But there was 4 to 5 girls standing around me telling me that it was ugly. They weren't saying that it was ugly, but like they were saying with their words, like things around it. And it was making me feel really bad. So I said, "Okay, look, Chrissy, like I'll buy the extensions. I dropped multiple bands because I thought it was gonna be my perfect hair, and when they were blowing my hair, I was just so disappointed. I was just like trying to breathe. There was so much going on around me. I didn't like my hair. I knew I was losing so much money, and the girls around me were like, oh, it looks exactly like the picture, and I just knew that it didn't. And so not only did I feel like they were being fake, but like they bullied me into buying new hair, which made me feel really terrible about myself. And then at the end, this is the worst part because this sent me over the edge. When I was paying, I'm gonna enter the receipt again. You can see all the charges of like the serum, the shampoo, the conditioner, the detangler. I had no idea that I bought that.
With the receipts racking up millions of views, Chrissy's salon started receiving a wave of negative comments on her page, which have since been turned off completely. The comments, she was kind of, I'm guessing she was kind of feeling the pressure like a flat iron set to scold, and finally responded to her clients' complaints. Not with an apology though, mind you, or an offer to make things right, but with even more what people interpret as bullying, mocking, and lots of petty, but like not petty in like the petty university way. Petty in like the, oh, you might be on some bullshit petty.
There are no rules in this house. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. Right, Regina?
Please stop talking.
Okay.
In a cheap attempt to clap back at the rumors that she never actually does any like real substantial work, her social media manager posted a few 10-second clips of her vaguely curling, cutting, and touching clients in the salon. And I don't know why we would think that a 10-second clip is proving that the hairstylist that everyone is paying big money and fees for is actually doing the hair and the styling, because 10 seconds does not a style make.
Yes, Chrissy does hair. Yes, Chrissy cuts hair. Being a woman. Yes, Chrissy curls hair. The problem is she does one curl and walks away. The problem is she does one cut, walks away. In the video, you can literally see it. So I'm gonna explain step by step of what Chrissy did because it's making me mad now. It's actually making me mad, and I never wanted to make part 3. I just want to be done with it. So I walked in there. Obviously, she was like, all right, those extensions, no. And then brought out the new extensions. She never like held them up or anything how they do in like all those like famous people's videos, which whatever. When they were coloring my hair, I think she stopped by. She did something in the front. She did one foil, walked away. So we're probably at, 20 seconds now? I think she came back for a part in the back. She did something in the back for like 10 seconds. So that's 30 seconds now. And then I went over to the bowl, they washed me out, and she came over, said, use N4 or something, walked away. So that's 35 seconds probably. She came over, looked at my color, was like, looks good or something, then walked away. But she's not actually like doing anything.
Now listen, I'm gonna say one thing. I will say one thing. I do know in this type of industries, right? It's similar to other industries. Like I'll just take something that I know a lot more intimately experienced with. Choreographers for dancing, right? I'm a recording artist. I have dancers, and I know that a lot of the big, ultra well-known choreographers out there who choreograph for the biggest, Beyoncés of the world, they don't actually often do a lot of the actual choreographing. They have assistants who do that. Not to diminish the work that they do, but they'll create like the vision and the look, the feel, the vibe, and then they'll let a lot of the movement be created by their assistant, but they will still get the credit. So because I'm coming from like the entertainment industry, I know these things, but I know that a lot of people in the general public, and I'm guessing someone, like Not Famous 808, doesn't know that. Now, does that make it right with what's going on in this story? No. Does that make it misleading for the clients? Yes. Does that make the petty responses all the more ick? Yes, in my opinion. So I don't know, maybe it's time to hit the grifter gong. Now, even though Not Famous 808 was the victim in this situation, she urged her new followers to show kindness.
Like, people are gonna be mean and throw shade, and that is normal on social media, but like, us as a community and as our family who has all been like involved in this honest review, let's not give shade to Hate by Chrissy. Let's not like go on her videos and type mean things. I've seen everything and it's still continuing, and I want to ask you guys if we could please stop all of the shade. I'm loving like all the videos of everyone's different opinions, and I think that that's such a beautiful thing.
Yes, literally this young lady is truly a Suspirian, okay? An angel among us. She's been in the spotlight all of like 3 days at this point and is already doing a better job with her platform than the grown woman who has been in the industry for years and years and years and years and is being petty about it. So, maybe not famous deserves to be famous after all. Listen, the influencer, it's getting weird out there, okay? We've seen the Jaclyn Hill and all of this stuff, and people are tired. People are tired of the entitled thing, the entitled rich influencer thing going on. So, I don't know, maybe a new batch of influencers is on the rise.
But I want to clarify that me speaking out about this and my honest review was to only give a review of how I felt as a non-famous person in Chrissy's salon. So let's keep that in mind. She's an amazing hairstylist. I wish I could be a hairstylist and charge that much money. Like, come on, let's make it real. I just wanted to give my honest opinion, and I think that that's an amazing thing that we all can speak out about our experiences. And I hope that you guys will take this video as a final act of ending it and just all being kind to each other and loving. And thank you guys for loving me, and I love you. So, bye.
In the face of this kindness from Not Famous 808, Chrissy, the stylist, doubled down, posting this girls before and after videos on her stories and grid with an on-screen caption that says, and I quote, hair in 4K. Let's just put it right here. Here's the response. Hair in 4K. Obviously making a joke about $4,000 and 4K. Okay, Oh man, influencers.
Tell me why Chrissy's response to the girl's video confronting her about her insane pricing and that she doesn't spend time on her client's hair unless it's celebrity would be a video mocking her. If you can't see in the captions, it literally says, if it's not 4K hair, I don't want it, which is actually insane, considering this is a professional account supposed to represent her business and salon.
Can I just say, this post low-key proves Not Famous 808's point, because that final look is literally not giving the inspo pic that she showed them. I mean, it looks good. I'm not saying it's like terrible, okay? I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's not exactly like, she didn't think it was like in the ballpark of the inspo pic. And that's kind of really important when you're going to like a stylist, especially a really expensive one. And Miss Chrissy, or Miss Chrispy, got even more petty with it, posting stories announcing that she was selling new merch. Because of course, t-shirts that said hair in 4K. And also, I paid 4K for this. So listen, I guess if you want to talk about fighting petty battles and playing stupid games, she's gonna win a stupid prize at the end of this, trust me. But this is what's going on out there. This is what the professionals are doing to their clients who didn't get what they paid for, and I think that that's big weird. This is beyond sus behavior for an esteemed business owner, but I guess being called out for a long-running potential grift struck a nerve. This kind of response reeks of someone who's so sure, kind of that, like that person that's like, I'm hot shit about everything. It's just kind of giving that vibe, and it's like, it's also giving that you don't give a shit about your clients, and that is shit. Okay, there, we got all the shittles and the bits everywhere else. She's surrounded by stuff that's just a little less than, what do we call it? Real, fake, it's fake. It's a little fake. It's giving a little fake. So she just is not really listening to an ounce of like paying clients feedback, right? Maybe she listens to the influencers, but clearly she's not listening to the clients that pay the bills. This client was overwhelmed by the process and disappointed with her hair. And so it's kind of like, is it so hard to just be like, I'm sorry that you didn't enjoy your hair experience. Why don't you come back in the salon? We'll see if we can do something to zhuzh it up and give you closer to what you were asking. Like, is that not a thing that people do in business anymore? I don't know. One creator even pointed out that this kind of petty retaliation for an honest review might even be against the law, maybe? I don't know.
My business class, I remember that there's this law that protects consumers, and it's called the Consumer Review Fairness Act, which basically makes it illegal to punish a customer for leaving an honest review. So this is a federal law enforced by the FTC, so they are not allowed to fine, threaten, or retaliate against a client who posts a negative review, which is what the girl did, and it wasn't even negative. It was just like a review about her experience. If you're not an influencer.
And while AKA Chrispy didn't necessarily threaten her directly, she allegedly posted the before and after videos without getting a release or her consent, unless she's got something written into some language when you're probably signing something. I don't know. but I don't know that there was consent, and that I don't know if that gets sticky.
I never signed for her to use my photos, my videos, nothing like that. I never signed any agreements, any fine print. I was never even sent any fine print. It wasn't even on the part where you put the deposit.
Okay, so the total for your hair is going to be $4,246 today.
No thanks.
Wait.
No thanks.
With the whole internet rallying behind Ms. Not Famous, she said essentially two can play the petty game and launched her own merch line in response to Chrissy's. Can you imagine dueling merches? Dropping a hoodie that says kindness is worth more than 4K. So I'll see your hair in 4K and I'll raise you some kindness worth more than that. And that is literally, if ever there was a story of dueling merch drops, I think this is the one. This is the brand that I'm gonna get behind, okay? I like this. I like that response, okay? We're closing out the year with some of this petty shit because this is way to go, Not Famous, who's now famous, way to go. Now, speaking of, according to Social Blade, Not Famous has gained 138,000 new followers on TikTok over the last 14 days and has probably gained a lot more than that because I haven't checked in a little bit. So at this point, I'm pretty sure that haircut has more than paid for itself. Now, meanwhile, her Katniss Everdeen Mockingjay moment set out a rallying cry to other victims of Hair by Chrissy to share their stories, sparking another super viral honest review by 25-year-old Los Angeles nurse Zoe Taft, which already has 26 million views at the time of recording this.
This is Hair by Chrissy, but that does not mean it was done by Chrissy. So let's talk about it.
Hair by Chrissy does not mean your hair is done by Chrissy. Let's talk about it. Hair's beautiful though, looks beautiful. Love the color.
I went to Habit Salon 2 months ago to get hand-tied weft extensions. Now, I knew prior that going there was an investment. Full transparency, we are aware of the price of the service before going there. We actually are required to make a 50% deposit of the service before even stepping foot into the salon.
Okay, so that is very good business practices and responsible. I think that that's the way it should be for services like this, that there should be a deposit. That way the artist, the stylist knows that you're serious and that you're gonna show up and not waste their time or take, an appointment slot from somebody else. And also, you know what you're gonna be expected to pay. I think that's fair.
So before arrival, $2,000 is already out the door. Now, what does it look like when you walk in? Picture a content creator's house. There are several tripods set up around
That could be so many different things, and it's wild that that's the hairstylist. Picture a content creator's house. She sounds like she's doing the intro to our video. Picture this.
Area, all with ring lights, and the mirrors have ring lights, and the mirrors have phone mounts for all the girls to document their content. It was extremely superficial to me right off the bat.
Well, I mean, so I guess the question is, because yes, it is superficial, and that's kind of the point, right? Also, hairstyling, there's a lot of superficial elements to it. Getting, a haircut and a color by someone. I'm not shading anybody. I'm just saying, there is elements of the superficial, right? If you're not there for like some type of medical or restorative treatment or something. And so I wonder how much of it is known that this is a content house to clients who are booking, who are gonna pay, and they pay the deposit. Do they know that they're going into a room full of ring lights and phone mounts?
I mean, that's all you're looking at the whole time you're there is just people making TikToks. There's a group of chairs in the center where all the TikTokers are sitting with their rollers setting in their hair.
This is my nightmare, by the way. If anyone ever wanted to know what Swoop's nightmare would, my idea of hell is going to a place like this where it's just content creators with ring lights and everyone kind of shouting or talking or dancing over each other to make TikToks in a hair salon while 20 pairs of hands are in your hair, cutting and coloring and doing things to your hair. Those hands are my sleep paralysis demon coming to life, literally coming from the skies above and the depths of the cesspool below, and I am running out the door, okay? Keep the deposit, because I'm gone.
Half of them are doing their makeup because they come intentionally without makeup. So half of them are doing their makeup in the mirror, waiting for their turn to do their transformation video. Because obviously the transformation video is going to be much better with full glam and beautiful hair.
I get it. Okay, now she has painted the full picture. I appreciate that.
That is where Chrissy's located. Chrissy is located at whatever video is filming at the time. She pops her head into all the TikToks, as you can see on the page. When I arrived, she walked by, she said, "Hi." That was it. That was the only interaction I got with Chrissy herself.
Wild to have given this woman a $2,000 deposit and all she gives you is a hi, probably has no idea who you are, gives you a hi and then is gone, is going over to the influencers and popping into the influencers. I just think that with a service, you should give some service. I'm just saying at like literally any price point. But I also think when you're giving a high-end expensive service, you should give some expensive treatment back to your clients. That's what you should make them feel welcomed and everything. That was, influencers, man. So she's running she's a content house. She's a producer of a content house.
She did not touch my chair. I knew when I walked in the salon was packed. I was not getting my hair done by Chrissy. I mean, realistically, she was not gonna be able to go to every single person and do their hair.
Oh, she didn't touch her hair at all. Oh, she didn't even get the 60-second fluff up. Oh, no.
However, like she posted today, a screenshot of the terms and conditions, saying that Chrissy and her assistants will be working on your hair. That is false.
Oh. See, I was wondering if there's gonna be terms and conditions. I know they probably had to sign their life away in their firstborn at this point, but like, that's interesting that she puts her own name in there and not just says her assistants will be handling your hair. Chrissy may attend to you. Oh no, she's like actually putting it in the terms that she will.
Have anything to do with the cut, color, correction, extension, nothing. So as a non-famous person going to Hair by Chrissy, no, you are not getting your hair done by Chrissy. Instead, the literal hair itself is by Chrissy because this is her extension line.
Oh no, y'all, that is diabolical. Ooh. Listen, I can see this happening in the industry most definitely, but that is a way, ooh. And listen, I know that there's gonna be professionals. who's gonna be like, yeah, that's how this is done when you get to a certain level. That is kind of the way a lot of this world works, for better or for worse. And I just think it's wild that you would do that to paid clients without them knowing that that's how this could go. That's diabolical.
I believe she owns the products in the salon as well, shampoo, conditioner, and something else. But this hair itself is actually by Chrissy, not you getting your hair done by Chrissy.
Wow.
She should maybe put that in the terms and conditions as well.
So like anybody could buy her hair, could buy the extensions. Another stylist could theoretically, if she sells it that way, buy the hair. And then they would also, what would they have to put in their terms and conditions that is also hair by Chrissy?
Is the pricing outrageous? Absolutely. That is not up for debate. Highway robbery. Luckily, I was pleased with my results. I went there and I got what I was looking for. However, her responsiveness to this current issue, to make a mockery and to put it on a t-shirt like we're 5 years old and put your profile picture as you sticking your tongue out, doing hair, beyond tacky and beyond unprofessional.
I agree with that. You're mocking your clients. Like, there were ways to handle this. That was a way to handle it. It's not the way that I think that it should have been handled. And I think a lot of people agree with that. Hence, it really Streisanded and blew this whole thing up even more because you are disrespecting your clients and it makes it sound like they're so beneath you, but these influencers are on par, or like you want to be with these influencers, then at that point, just run a content house then and take a percentage of their content. If that's what you're trying to do, there's a billion people who do that shit.
Customer satisfaction is not a thing at Habit Salon. It is for content creation purposes. Will I be going back? No, I won't. I will not. I will be doing the extension maintenance elsewhere. I believe the Hair by Chrissy charge on people's bills is just the price of the extension install. Mine doesn't say Hair by Chrissy charge or whatever. It says extension install. And I mean, depending on, the cut, the color, the length, the rows that you need, the price varies. So I think that's where the Chrissy charge is coming from because it's quite literally her hair, not her doing it. But the unprofessionalism surrounding the salon is just so disappointing to see. So it's gotta be a no from me.
Now, after that post, a number of disappointed customers flooded the Suspool with their own crispy stories, like the Avengers coming out of that portal thing. Some shared jaw-dropping photos of their hair that never reached the For You page, like Kaylee Day, who said, quote, I got my hair done at Habit Salon in 2018 and Chrissy didn't touch my hair once. That's wild for her to not even come over and touch it once. That's too much. You're doing too much, and by too much, I mean you're not doing shit. That's not good for the client. Back to the quote, the girl that did it absolutely fried my hair, so I had to cut it completely off. My gosh. And dye it back to brown because my hair was literally stretchy and melted together. Oh my gosh, that is freaking horrifying. Plus it turned out like this and I still had to pay full price. I would have said absolutely not. I feel like, I don't know how the law and all that type of stuff works. Probably also why I'm just like salons just, got a little anxiety around them. But like someone just destroys your personal self property. I don't know that I feel like you can make a case to be like, no, I'm not paying for this and you're gonna like help correct this. I was always too embarrassed to share my story until I realized I wasn't the only person with a bad experience, LOL. Now, Sabrina Maples shared that she was also treated poorly because she wasn't an influencer, alleging that the salon literally separates customers by their follower count. Can you imagine in this economy, in this global state, everything is on fire. Can you imagine just being a business owner? You've got paying clients and then you have the influencers who aren't paying for anything and they're just posting free content in exchange. Can you imagine just like separating people? Like, how many followers do you have? Oh, you have only 5,000? Okay. You go over there. How many do you have? Oh, you have 1 million? Okay. Oh, welcome. Let me fluff your pillow and give you a mint.
You know, when you're sitting in the chair, like they usually talk to you. The 3 girls that were doing my hair were talking to each other. So I was just like absent human sitting here, like getting my hair done by 3 different girls, helper assistants, not Chrissy. Went to the rinsing bowl, got my whole hair washed out. Mind you, when I was in the rinsing bowl, the other influencer girl, which I don't know who she is, but she was on the other side of the salon, right? They had a makeup artist for her, and the makeup artist was asking her like how she wanted her makeup done, if she needed coffee, yada yada. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there, nobody's asking me anything. And I've seen Chrissy's videos where even with the influencers, they come in with no makeup, and then their hair's done, their makeup's all beautiful. So I thought that was kind of part of the service, but it's definitely not. And I'm like, I asked for a cut also, like, is my hair gonna get cut? And the girl was like, oh, like I didn't know that. Like, let me go see if Chrissy can come back over here and cut your hair. So they took the curlers out. Chrissy came back, was like, what do you want done to your hair? And I said, I just want layers like Julia. She's the one, really pretty red hair one that's always on Chrissy's videos, her and her mom. And I want Julia's bangs. I want the big, wispy, boom, like drooling bangs. And she's like, okay, like twisted my hair up, did 2 cuts on the bang portion, and then kind of like did layers on my front sides. And like, that was it. That was it. It literally took her 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes to cut my hair. Mind you, I walked in there thinking that my service was going to be $800 because that's what I had texted with whoever I was texting. Because I had asked for the haircut and she had come and cut it, they added another $600. $600 to have my hair cut for 2 minutes.
Then there was Alyssa Takitaki, who claimed that she was charged an outrageous $600 for a quick trim as well.
I thought paying the $900 to get highlights was to get my hair done by Chrissy. Her assistants are literally like a year of experience, some of them. And I know that because I was asking them, how long have you been doing hair? Don't get me wrong. I understand that Hair by Chrissy probably has built her empire, but I think there just needs to be a little bit more transparency about who's doing our hair. It was just basically an assembly line. Chrissy came over for 2 seconds. She basically was like, let's just do what you've been doing. I was so disappointed. All I wanted was a transformation, especially for $900. I told myself I would never pay $900 just for highlights unless it was with someone that truly was a master of the craft, was going to transform my hair. And unfortunately, that's not what happened because she worked on my hair for maybe 60 seconds. That was just for a trim. I honestly was so excited to go here. I was excited to have a fun experience. It looked so fun from all the videos I saw online, and honestly, it was so disappointing. And I feel so bad for people that literally save up the whole year. The girl that was sitting next to me talked about how she saved up all of her savings just to get her hair done here.
Another client, Clary, shared disturbing photos of her $3,300 highlight job, writing, quote, seeing Hair by Chrissy all over my For You page is giving me war flashbacks to the time I asked her for just highlights and then ended up charged with $3,300 for the worst hair I've ever had. I cannot imagine. And days later, the same girl revealed that she actually received a cease and desist order email from Hair by Chrispy. Last time I checked, you can't cease or desist someone's reviews when you destroy their hair. So yeah, it's feeling real crispy in this Suspool. And Chrissy's influencer client stayed largely silent during all of this until one of her past clients with 2 million followers named Jocelyn finally started sharing their truth about Habit Salon's business practices.
I look like shit and I really don't give a f, but y'all are starting to piss me off because yes, I got my hair done by Chrissy. Yes, I got my hair done by Chrissy.
I like her energy. I'm sorry, I just had to take a moment. I like her energy. I'm locked in.
guys, oh my fucking gosh. No, I didn't pay. No, it was free. It was free.
Good for her. Literally good for you. But also, you're supposed to disclose that. I think the FCC is still saying that you gotta disclose that. If you get products in exchange for, that is a form of payment. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be monetary. It is a form of payment. You were given, so you give, so you're supposed to disclose that. But good for her, for coming out and just saying it like it is.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. It was free. Okay, we did.
You are allowed to say that because actually I think you're legally required to say that. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Content exchange, and now I'm getting DMs and comments, and I'm having to delete shit.
They're calling it content exchange. I don't know. We're walking some gray, fuzzy little lines here.
Telling me my hair looks like ass cheeks and all this shit. Meanwhile, I thought it was pretty. I loved it, and I still do love it.
I don't think her hair look. What would ass cheeks on a? Okay, let me not ask. I was about to be like, what do ass cheeks on a head look like? I don't get ass cheeks, whatever that would look like in hair format. I think the hair, she's happy with it. I'm happy with it.
I mean, it's oily as fuck now, but I still love it. To give y'all what you want, to tell y'all about my experience as an influencer, whatever, my hair was free. I messaged the assistant
This is the most, she came to say something and she's gonna say it and you're gonna hear it. This is the most, direct and just, cut this shit out. You wanna hear my story? Here's my fucking story. And I'm kind of here for it.
That girl did. We were texting back and forth. I told her I wanted new hair extensions. She told me it would come out to 3.
What does it say? My hair currently looks like these 2 pics. I have 2 rows of sewn in 24-inch hair extensions. They say, great, thanks. Chrissy's extensions and colors are around $4,000 to $4,500. Sounds good. Does she not do trades by any chance with content creators, or does that part depend on certain factors? Then they say, shoot, not really, but what's your TikTok? Well, you have a content house though. What do you mean not really? Or was this before she was doing the content? But no, she's wearing the hair right now. That's weird. What do you mean, shoot, not really? Do you say shoot, not really to everyone who DMs in the comments? Are they assessing based off of the clientele and the way they look before they? That's very curious to me, because why do I feel like that there are other influencers who don't get that not really response?
3,500 to 4,000. I was like, holy shit, that's fucking insane. But
so this looks like a group chat. It says, y'all, I'm in contact with Hair by Chrissy's assistant, and tell me why she said to get your hair done is between $4,000 and $5,000. Because some people are willing to pay it. And someone's like, bruh.
Insane. But then thankfully, since I do TikTok, since I do social media, we did content exchange. So I did not pay for the services that I got.
Wild. I said this a long time ago. Long time ago, I said that social currency was going to be the currency. I said that years ago. And look, it's literally a driving force of damn near everything at this point. What do you mean? I had a doctor once ask me when I was trying to book an appointment if I have social media. What? Why do you need to know that? You don't, is the answer. You don't need to know that. You don't get it. But wild.
Chrissy touched my hair. Yes, she did. Chrissy cut my hair. She curled my hair. Her team as well also did my hair.
So she touched her hair because it was an influencer collab swap. So she got to put her hands in there so that the influencer says nice things about her to the social media. Everything is a farce, okay? It's all a game. Nothing is real anymore.
The assistant, I did ask who's going to be doing my hair because I was like, oh shit, I don't even know who's going to do it. I'm just getting an appointment, blah, blah. And she ended up telling me, Chrissy.
Okay. Says, let us know for sure if that's good. Perf, KK, that works. She's talking about airport, blah, 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 blah. She's flying in to get this hair done. She says, I could do whichever. Who would be doing my hair? What do you mean you're flying in to get hair? Man, y'all, influencers live a different life.
And her team. Her team did my hair extensions. Girls colored it. Girls blow dried it, whatever. And Chrissy just told them what to do. And for me, I really wasn't upset. But again, I also didn't pay. Like
I was gonna say, you're not gonna be upset because you're not paying for this. Maybe you paid for that flight, I guess. But she's not paying for this, so it's not gonna hit her the same way as a client who's paying, keeping the lights on. Those clients are paying for the ring lights that you're making the content with. One of the overarching themes throughout all of the reviews is that Chrissy don't do shit. It seems like she doesn't really do anything. She's there, maybe. Maybe she's not even there some of the times. But her name's on the marquee, and she's there and she might walk by. Actually, some people had amazing suggestions for a rebrand.
We have hair by somebody. We have hair by anybody but Chrissy. We have glanced at by Chrissy. We have hi by Chrissy. We have hair near Chrissy. Seen by Chrissy. We have hair in the same vicinity as Chrissy. Hair in adjacent to Chrissy. Acknowledged by Chrissy. Hair by Chrissy's staff.
Who knew haircuts could be so problematic? This tangled mess started spiraling so far down the Suspool drain that suddenly TikTok became a gossip salon with everyone and their mom having an opinion on what happened. Like, for instance, in the Ash Trevino cinematic universe, Camilla, remember Camilla? By the way, did y'all see that Ash Trevino has been arrested? Yeah, that just happened, so more to come with that.
Today's topic is hair by Chrissy. I don't know whose side to be on. Like, yes, I understand. The girl that got her hair done has the right to talk about how she feels about her hair, of course. And 4K, is that crazy? Because I swear I've paid I've paid like $2,500, $3,000 for my hair extensions.
So other hair stylist influencers were suddenly overwhelmed with requests to comment on the situation unfolding, including celebrity stylist Brad Mondo.
Welcome to the world of elite hairdressing where people charge whatever they want to charge and you have the option to see them or not see them. The only thing I think is weird is like, I don't know, didn't the girl get like a doesn't it like bad looking? I don't know. I think that was the situation, right? It was like $4,000 and it will also look bad. Well, like obviously Chrissy should fix it or like reach out to the girl. I don't know if she did or not, but like I don't know. But like I don't know, is it a big deal that it was $4,000? Obviously, it's a lot of fucking money, but like, if you want to pay that, we'll take your money, you know what I mean? Like,
but in a wave of influencers who came to the surface to comment, no one shifted the tides more than the former queen of scandal herself, Tana Mongeau.
I want to talk about hair by Chrissy, and I want to do it while I'm taking a
Yes, Suspirians, hold on to your Shane Dawson-style toupees because Tana's about to send us down a chronically online rabbit hole that was shocking to uncover, and she's doing it apparently all from her toilet. So that's where we are now. The cesspool is now hit to the toilet drains.
$950 to move your extensions up. I could go down the street and start walking until I found one of those Uber Eats robots, and I could teach the Uber Eats robot within 45 seconds to move my extensions up. I can move extensions up.
I'm sorry, y'all, but with Tana Mongeau roasting Chrissy this hard, it's kind of... One might think that it would be game over, but also then I realized that everything matters and nothing matters now. The world is burning. Everything is absolute chaos. People are losing their effing minds. Release the files didn't mean put them all in black boxes and bars. It actually meant release the files. And so I don't think that this is actually going to affect Hair by Chrissy all that much because, again, everything matters and nothing matters all at the same time.
I hope she takes you to small claims court. You genuinely deserve to be like I want to say federal prison. I can't even believe it.
Okay, wait, maybe not federal prison, but the part of her commentary that really caught my attention was when Tana said this.
I just want to know what happened, first of all, from COVID to now. How do you go from Hair by Chrispy to then being back in the space that you're able to charge people $4,000 to do hair?
Now, Tana seems to be implying that Chrissy is already an experienced swimmer in the cesspool. The internet immediately had flashbacks to 2020, peak C19 chaos when Hair by Chrissy first blew up online. But what most of us in 2025 didn't realize is that she had already been essentially sort of maybe kind of canceled, or at least Taylor Swift's version, that very same year. Okay, Susan works hard, but apparently Chrispy works harder. Susan, are you taking notes, Susan? Actually, don't take notes, okay?
So as you can see, she has a bazillion foils in her head.
Now, it turns out in 2020, Chrissy was canceled just as fast as she went viral. During the height of the pandemic, she opened a Los Angeles branch of the Habit Salon and faced tremendous backlash for allegedly not enforcing any C19 protocols. Do y'all remember when a lot of the most super rich, annoying influencers were having crowded house parties that turned out to be super spreader events and got a lot of people sick and innocent people who had no idea that they were exposed to people who had just been doing that?
All the while, California has seen record numbers of COVID-19 cases. Wearing face masks and practicing social distancing, so the day after Larry's party, criticisms began to roll in at sight of so many people who were not taking these precautions.
Well, it turns out that Chrissy was contributing to that petri dish culture by doing those influencers' hair when everyone was supposed to be locked down. Literally, there were salons who quite literally went out of business because they had to close the doors. They were abiding by the protocols and what the regulations and everything that they had to do, and they could not take clients. Then you have people like this who are like, well, fuck those rules. I'm just gonna work with all of these influencers, and they stay in business, and all these people who followed the rules did as they were supposed to. A lot of them could not reopen again because that loss of business was just devastating to them, and I think that's awful.
Where is the mask? Where is the protocols? It's literally the same hairstyle and most likely expensive.
But worse for Chrissy, I also uncovered that during that era, she was allegedly blocking women of color from getting appointments because, of course, she was. She was also leaving clients allegedly with fried hair and even making Dixie D'Amelio's hair allegedly fall out. People online were speaking about it back then too, like in this vintage 2020 TikTok.
According to Google, it's a public bathroom. So her and her salon are getting a lot of hate right now because of them not requiring masks and doing influencers' hair in the middle of a pandemic with no masks, as well as the many reviews saying that they only work on white hair, they can't do any other hair textures.
I also found this heartbreaking story from a Black woman who tried to make an appointment with her.
A lot of videos talking about hair by Chrissy, so I wanted to share my experience with them. This happened in August. I emailed the salon asking for Chrissy. She's like, sure, what kind of hair do you have? And I said like wavy curly because I have naturally curly hair, but it was damaged, so it was kind of wavy. Looking back, she probably thought I meant white girl wavy. No. So anyway, she was like, sure. She gave me the phone number to contact Chrissy's manager, which I did. We talked back and forth, and then she asked me to send pictures of my natural hair and what I wanted my hair to look like. So I sent her a picture of me and my natural hair, which was curly, wavy, and then curly extensions, which I wanted my hair to look like. And then I heard nothing. So after 3 days of talking and me sending her pictures of my hair, she like completely ghosted me out of the blue. I'm like, oh, okay. 2 days later, I contacted her again, like, what's up? Are we good? Still nothing. I'm like, you know what? Let me look at her Instagram page. I'm going through the pictures. I'm like, oh, my bad. That's the type of hair she does.
Y'all, I am so tired. Natural hair is beautiful too. We don't have to all be in this Eurocentric standard of absolutely everything all of the time everywhere. It's okay to have natural hair. In 2023, Hannah Wagner compiled photos of hair by Chrissy's clients whose hair looked completely damaged months after their appointments.
Here's why extensions can destroy.
I mean, there was even a podcast clip of Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio casually mentioning that Dixie's hair was falling out after allegedly getting her extensions done at Habit Salon in 2020.
The extension. I know, it's so hard. And I tried curling it myself, and I don't know if like my hair is falling out, but I think it's falling out from them, so I'm like kind of scared. Well, they could be falling out, or it could be pieces of the extension falling out. No, because I mean, I lose a lot of hair. So do I. That's because I'm anemic, and so is Mom. You might be anemic. No, listen, I'm losing hair, but it's like connected to the extension, so you could just see like all the little, I don't know what that's called, the thing that's in your scalp that connects to the end of a piece of hair.
Now, what's so interesting is that 5 years later, Habit Salon LA is permanently closed, okay? Them doors, them bitches is closed, and you ain't coming back here, and don't even look for us on Google Maps because we ain't gonna be there, okay? Within 3 to 5 business days, it's gonna be deleted. Now, maybe it was bad timing with the C-19 of it all, but also maybe it was just bad service. The archived 1.9 star review on Yelp kind of paints the picture, in my opinion.
Fried, dyed, and laid to the side.
My obligation to announce that Amber Von Tussle
is about to get outdanced.
After reaching her new viral influencer moment in 2025 and being completely submerged in the Suspool, Chrissy tried to float her way to the top by turning off all her comments and posting multiple TikToks a day of her team performing open hair surgery on all her happy, satisfied customers. And one of her past clients did not appreciate being used as a public shield.
I just found out that I'm on Hair by Chrispy's story, and I just want to make things abundantly clear really fast. Number one, not a fan. I don't like her. I don't even follow her. When I made the video that I made, I was respectfully dogging on her.
Now, no amount of reposting can hide the fact that apparently she has an F score on the Better Business Bureau website. Can you imagine?
Not super good, not super good. Here by Chrissy's Salon Habit Salon has a letter F grade on the Better Business Bureau. Why has nobody brought this to the table?
Now, it is worth mentioning, though, that even though Habit Salon has an F score, according to the Better Business Bureau, quote, Habit Salon is not a BBB accredited business. To become accredited, a business must agree to BBB standards for trust and pass BBB's vetting process. But don't worry, Suspirians, if you don't want to go to her salon and you'd rather just learn how to do extensions yourself, you can spend $4,000 on her 1-week-long online certification course because, of course, no internet-alleged grifter is complete without a course. Okay, look at the course. Look at the course in all of its glory. Here it is, another course. We had to finish the year out with another influencer course, okay? It's the Suspool. Here we are. Susan, are you taking notes? Are you working on a course? I have a feeling Susan might come out with one, okay? Don't. Ugh. Susan's always watching. And no, the course, it's not a cosmetology license, but hey, you too might be able to charge people $3,000 for touching their hair for 30 seconds.
Money, please.
Oh, no, there's no money.
Now, luckily for our girl, not famous 808, who is now actually famous 808, a Texas-based hairstylist offered to fix her hair for free, and she took her up on that. See how easy that is to offer to fix the situation?
I want to fly you out to Texas, and I want to bring you here, and I want to change your experience, and I want to give you your hair dream. So me and my team, if you accept, we're gonna fly you out to Texas, and I'm going to completely redo your hair for you and give you a really good experience because that's what you deserve. You've been so sweet and so kind, and I don't think what Chrissy is doing is professional or like she's old enough to be your mom, I'm sure, and acting that way, I don't know, I don't like it. So I would love to bring you out here. Forget the hate, ignore her. She's not worth that to you, especially if she's treating you that way.
And with all of those new followers, Not Famous 808 seems to just be embarking on a new journey as a real influencer, even doing a red carpet. Again, maybe getting ripped off by Chrispy turned out to be a $4,000 investment in her new flourishing career. Yes, girl, do your little dance in that department store.
Everyone here loves the video. I mean, its message is so strategic. Important. I said important.
Now, even though none of Chrissy's disappointed clients can get their money or some of them their hair back, Not Famous 808 helped them finally get their voices heard, which is very important. It's very important, especially going through something that can be incredibly traumatic. A bad haircut's one thing. Something that damages the hair and potentially, someone has to cut off their hair or it may not grow back. Depending on the damage, it might not grow back at all. Like that can be very, very, very traumatic for someone to have to go through. So their voices and their stories should be heard. People should know that was an experience that clients had so that people are better informed to decide if they want to go to see that cosmetologist. And I think that we can all agree that just because an influencer is smiling online doesn't mean the Suspool isn't lurking just out of frame. So Chrissy, people are watching. Okay, Suspirians, time to step out of the dark waters of the Suspool. Grab a towel and dry off. That's what I got. What are your thoughts on this wild story? Leave your comments below. Also, let me know, what are your New Year's resolutions? I would love to hear what your resolutions are. For me, I'm going to work on getting things like the ADHD situation was really bad this year. I had a pretty tough year. And there was just a lot of stuff I haven't even talked about. I haven't even found a way to there's a lot of stuff that I've been processing, and I don't know, it kind of caused this to go upside down and just run in all of these loops. And so I would get stuck, and it was just really, really difficult to get through that. So I'm gonna be focusing on my brain health more. I think that would be great to do. Take time for self-care. That's gonna be one of my priorities for 2026. And I hope you have some things that involve some self-care for yourself too, because you deserve that. All right, if you wanna hear more stories like this, be sure to subscribe to this channel, tickle the like button for more, and let me know in the comments if you have any stories that you would like to dip into. I do have a brand new full deep dive swoop documentary out on my main channel. It's linked below and in the pinned comment, and I think we're gonna have potentially two new Swoop docs in January, and lots of Swoop 2 content coming in January as well. So I'm very excited for all of that. Huge thank you to our channel members. I so appreciate you, and I hope you are enjoying the stickers. And a big thank you to our Patreon members. Our Patreon community grew so much this year. Thank you so much. We are on the road to 4,000 Patreon members, which is so exciting and just kind of blows my mind. There's free access, and there's also additional tiers access for more. You can sign up for the free newsletter, get notified directly when I have new content or big announcements coming, particularly because, you know, not everything always gets pushed out to you through this platform. So that's a great way to stay in touch. You can also get exclusive access to 4 more videos per month. That's 4 more exclusive, uncensored, unfiltered videos per month. And again, you'll get the entire back catalog of videos. We have a lot of videos there now, all available on Patreon, including the podcast, extended episodes, all of that stuff that I can't post here. You can also grab your very own pieces from the new Worthy collection and the Suspool Season 2 collection. We also have the Valid Ribcage collection is on sale for a limited time. That's the one sale that we do in the year, so grab up those pieces before they're gone. You can also, of course, end the year with me on Instagram. Join me on Instagram. You can follow me there. I'm also on Twitter and Bluesky. All that's linked below. Instagram is where I post most often. I'm in Instagram stories a lot and all of that good stuff. Also, dear Suspirians, if you're ready to take the stress out of meals and building consistency with real food on your wellness journey, head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code SWOOP2FB50. That's SWOOPTOOFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year, and treat yourself, honey. You deserve it. Thanks for coming for a swim. Have a good day out there. See you later to 2025 and welcome in 2026. It's going to be a year of so many blessings for all of us. I know that. And just, I'm wishing you and sending you all the positive energy and healing energy and vibes going into the new year. And yeah, I will see you on the other side. All right. Which will basically be in like a week. Okay. Smooches. Love y'all. Keep it cute. And I'll see you next time in the Suspool. Swoop.